Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Hayashi in Hollywood, Los Angeles, reporting after my week of performances at the Magic Castle in Hollywood. I would like to thank the magicians from the Magic Castle for the tremendous response I got, and in particular, the very kind feedback I got from 4 legendary gentlemen who came out to my shows and gave me the kindest of words afterwards, being Milt Larsen, Max Maven, Jason Latimer, and Ogawa. I'll explain individually who these gentlemen are. 83-year-old Milt Larsen, who is a Hollywood legend, writer, producer, and actor, who is also the founder of the world-famous Magic Castle, actually came out to my show and gave me the most epic quote ever for the rest of my life, which is, "Ryan Hayashi is wonderful, beautiful, and different, Milt Larsen." And this was a very rare happening. The staff told me he very rarely comes out to watch the artist perform these days, so I'm feeling very honored by this. Mr. Max Maven, who is master of the mind, mentalist mind reader, also came out to the show. And this gentleman I first saw in almost 30 years ago now, in the late 80s, on American television, a show called The World's Greatest Magic, hosted by John Ritter from the series Three's Company. When I first saw him perform on this show, he was a creepy looking gentleman in black who looked like Dracula, and he opened his act with the words, "Boo, this is not a Halloween mask. I look like this all the time." And with that one sentence, he blew me away, and I thought, if that is the power of voice and speech, I think I was 15 or 16 at the time, I'm going to devote the next years to training voice and speech, and he had a huge impact on my performance style. So I had the opportunity to thank him at the end of one of my shows for that influence. Mr. Jason Latimer, who is an FISM world champion of magic. I first met in 2004 when we toured in Europe together, and I had the opportunity to see the work ethic and the training style behind his work. So he of course had an influence on me as well. And last but not least, Mr. Ogawa, who is a technical genius and a legendary magician at the Magic Castle in Hollywood. I first met 20 years ago in 1998 when I was 25 living in Tokyo, Japan. He was only a couple of years younger, in his early 20s. And not many magicians know this, but I'd like to acknowledge this for all the magic fans. He is my first and oldest friend in magic. The first serious magician I ever met, and the first time in my life I ever set foot in a magic club. And he blew me away technically. He was so further advanced in the development of his magic that he had a huge influence on my early development in higher level magic. So I will always consider him to be my first serious mentor in magic. So I also had the opportunity to thank him very much. And I'm feeling very honored by the shows that I performed from October 1st to 7th. And I'm looking forward to the next upcoming projects. Next stop for me will be Washington, D.C. More coming soon. Thank you very much, and cut.